In a well-known department store in central London, I saw my first iPad. I was fascinated by it. So sleek and stylish. All the qualities I look for in so many things. I was drawn to hold and touch it in my hands, feeling my way down the screen to where a button so perfectly formed was waiting for me to turn it on. And I did. I turned it on. Within seconds, across the screen read the words, "Welcome." This small but efficient piece of technology, with its minimalist features, has made life so much easier for me. Now, instead of having only a few ways to solve my problems, at my fingertips, I have unlimited options. Now, with all this knowledge and versatility standing before me, without any competition, here was my new interest. But oh no. Spoiling the moment, out of the corner of my eye and heading straight towards me was this hideously dressed female. My mouth stayed open from shock as she crept forward and delivered her awful sales pitch. A script which obviously needed far more work. And don't get me started on what was staring up at me from her feet. The need for a decent pair of shoes, I think, and then she might be taken seriously. But I was polite, and I smiled, and I told her, "Say no more. I'll take the iPad, but please do something about those shoes. Those shoes." I nearly walked away because of them. My beautiful, beautiful companion keeps me happy. A very good and dear friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, gave me this gorgeous, wonderful beast as a thank you for taking his celebrity mother to Fortnum and Mason's for a little mooch about, and then on to the Ritz. And then I escorted her to a few private art exhibitions where she's known as a keen collector. At 12:30, her driver picks us up in the new Bentley, where the seats felt like a piece of heaven. But I'm exhausted by this stage and can't work out where this woman gets all of her energy from, considering her age. Well, I'm nearly asleep in this car. After about 20 minutes or so, her mobile rings, where she speaks in fluent French to a mystery caller. Well, the poor driver is then instructed to put his foot down and take us to the city airport, where we're catching the next flight to Paris. Well, I was then informed that we were expected at the Gaultier Spring-Summer collection, and another Bentley would be waiting for us at the Charles de Gaulle airport to whisk us off to the venue the moment we'd landed. Well, this was only the first day. I still had 2 more days to go. But we're finally back in London at the Savoy, thank God, with no less than 35 designer shopping bags. Her son was back from shooting some action movie at the studio and was eating a fruit smoothie, looking far less exhausted than myself, which I found confusing considering I looked dead from shopping with her, and he, having been through a large chemical explosion, looked very much alive. my reward for looking after his mother for 3 days. Their personal thank you. This beautiful hooch. What could I call him? I mean, where do you start? There had to be something special. I thought of many names that didn't feel right. And then one of the makeup girls at the TV studio secretly said, why not call him Stallone? And I swirled the name around in my head before agreeing that I liked it. And that's been his name ever since. I am fascinated by this. My iTunes, my Gmail, eBay, videos, Twitter. I have so many classic albums downloaded from all sorts of eras, and the best part is that I have made some wonderful friends online. People who share similar interests as I, and it's all thanks to this personal assistant. This Sunday, I Skype with my friend Christopher in LA. Christopher has the most exquisite taste in fashion. And I can well believe the stories he tells of turning heads when he enters a room. Christopher sent me this blog on custom-made designer man bags, an accessory for the iPad. I have ordered a little black Italian leather number with my name embossed on the side. Tongues are going to wag and bitch up and down the high street, I can tell you. I mean, why we are the last to have anything nice and pretty in this country, I'll never know. I must tell you about my apps. It's like shopping on a whole new level. There's one for style that has pushed and catapulted me into the 21st century, and I'm better off for it. But if I didn't make the effort, listen and pay attention, well, all of this, it could have been done wrong. How I managed before my iPad, I will never know. I have no brothers and sisters, mother or father. I lost contact with them many years ago for some reason. Even as a teenager, I was mostly ignored while my siblings were fake. But with my new outlook on life, I wanted to let the past lie buried. Move on to a more mature place with my family. And to finally meet my nieces and nephews who've grown up not knowing who I am. Be able to spoil them with gifts and money. Everyone likes cash. So, I successfully traced them down through Facebook. I wrote a few drafts of the letter before I sent it, just explaining how much I'd missed everyone, and how I couldn't wait to see everyone again, even though it'd been so many years since we'd seen each other. I thought this would help me to connect, to finally meet my family with some intelligence and understanding. I'd left behind the old me. And from the pictures online, they looked like they'd changed too. I received this message on Facebook. My brother. I was so excited how I'd missed feeling good about myself. How I'd missed being part of a family unit. I received this message with nothing less than the way he genuinely feels. Would you like me to read it to you?
We thought you'd be in touch sooner or later. After all these years. You should have known better, you fucking weirdo. We don't want our children knowing or being around someone like you. Poor excuse for a man that's not a good role model and isn't a proper man. I hate you. Don't message us again. You sicken us. You're an embarrassment to our family. Our family. A family that isn't yours and never will be, so don't come looking for it. Don't let me see you near my kids. My house. Or Mum and Dad's. Or I swear I will kick the fucking shit out of you and leave you for dead. Something that should have happened to you a long time ago. You really make me hate myself right now. I'm so disappointed for not crippling or blinding you early in your childhood. Who knows? Maybe you could have turned out more of a man if I had. You're no brother of mine, you nonce. Now fuck off.
They've always disliked me for being different. But now it's confirmed. August 17th, the day I received their email. I was not feeling quite myself after reading their thoughts. I drank rather a lot of tequila until God knows when. I didn't eat. I didn't get much sleep. I cried a few times. No, I cried because right from a young age I was never given a chance. I've had to fight right from the very beginning. I was always being taunted and bullied and teased because I liked to experiment with fashion. I was a young boy with colourful ideas who liked to draw icons from the silver screen. I've got many straight friends who adore iconic women. I've got many friends who dress differently from the rest of society. Why am I so different from them? Why can't I be appreciated by those that should care for me? If this was God's plan, to have me suffer at the hands of my siblings and to be punished and rejected to no end because I was different from God's own image, then my parents should have been there to protect me. I suffered terrible torments and beatings every day, till all I could do was pray that my life would end. My father and mother are fools, and they raised fools, but they didn't raise me. I raised me. And now my new friends are my family, and my new family are no fools. Those wounds have slowly healed, but I will always carry the scars. And life has moved on slowly, but it can't get any worse. I now have a network of good people that send me emails from all over the world. And I feel a connection with them all. The thoughts in their emails, the laughter on webcam, the surprise gifts bought on eBay for birthdays and Christmases to one another. That has become my therapy. The new internet generation. Unhappy and mistreated souls that develop online social communities to help each other in unhappy times. A tribe of caring fanatics that helps motivate and uplifts one another. A support system where you can find happiness and peace. It may not be conventional. It's very much cyber, but to know that I'm remembered by name or tag is okay. The internet has given me the strength to embrace my new family and to grow confidently in my discrete identity. I now live in an online community of freaks where no one is afraid to shine. I am now moving on to a new chapter in my life, where the world looks bright and beautiful. Do you remember my friend Christopher from LA? Well, Christopher has been over to visit me 3 times this year, and I have some good news. For years, Christopher's had this live-in cleaner, and the story is they've decided after months and months of planning that she is going to be the surrogate to Christopher's children. When he broke the news to me, I was overcome with tears. He then announced that he would like me to go over to sunny LA and be there to witness the birth of his child. I'm so happy. I'm going to be an uncle. Oh no, I've just had a thought. What on earth am I going to do with Stallone? I can ask my friend Patrick if he'll look after him. Patrick's mother loves Stallone. They're such good friends, they're such nice people. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'll call him in a minute. I'm off to LA. I can't wait.